Hi guys, how are we today? I always say that same thing. How are we today? How else do you start a live? I don't really know, but that's how apparently I start my lives all the time. It's Amanda here. I'm so glad to see some of you are saying hi already. Nice to see you guys, or not see. I guess nice to see your comments. I obviously don't see you. But I see lots of you guys chiming in. Look at that. Hi, Amanda. Mindy P here. Hey, Mindy P. So if you guys comment and say hello, you'll notice you have all these cute little alias names that you're given. If you want to change it, I think you're able to, or you can just stick with these cute names. If you are watching from our social media channels, so if you're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, then you're welcome to stay there. However, if you want the best live experience, if you want to be able to comment and I actually see your comment, or I maybe hopefully see your comment, if you want to participate in the 2 giveaways that we're going to be doing, or if you want to actually make any purchases, then come on over and join us on our website at chiquel.com or chiquel.ca. As soon as you get to the website, you should see my face just automatically pop up in the corner of your screen. And when you click on that, you should be a part of our live there. So that's the best place to watch it. If you are commenting and I see your comments and you have a little alias name, then that means you are in the right place. So welcome, you guys. I see you guys are coming from all over the place. It's so nice to have us all come together to do these every Tuesday. I saw someone commenting saying that it's already a week, like that went by fast. Honestly, I live my life based on lives because I do them usually on Tuesdays. And a Tuesday passes, I do my live, and then I'm like, all right, I got a whole week until my next live. And then I swear, 2 seconds later, it's Tuesday again. It's crazy. Time is absolutely insane. It's just bonkers. You watch every single Tuesday. Oh, I'm so glad, Vibrant Garlic. It's just a nice Tuesday ritual for us, isn't it? Fun time for us to come together, look at some wigs, have some laughs, hopefully, and just make this whole wig experience a fun time because hair loss is hard, wigs are hard, but they don't have to be. So I'm here to show that to you guys to make your lives maybe a little bit more fun, a little bit more easy. So if you are new to my lives, welcome. You'll notice I don't know, it keeps switching all the time. I think it's in the top of your screen, maybe it's in the bottom of your screen, a shopping bag. When you click that shopping bag, that will let you into our link for our live. And once you're in the link, you'll be able to go through all the items that we have available in our live and you'll be able to purchase them. So I always start with open box items. So I have a bunch of open box items here that I will show you, and those are 60% off. I will note that with open box items, there's only one of them or one of each of them. So if you are not fast enough, then someone may have already purchased it and it'll be gone from our link. If you are looking to purchase an open box item that I am showing, when you click on our live link, you should see the section that says Amanda's Wigs. When you go into that section, that is where the open box items will be. And when I say open box, I just mean that they are a box that I opened because I potentially did a review on them. I maybe wore it for 5 seconds in a reel that I made, or I'm literally opening the box for you for the very first time in this live. So they are new pieces. But I will go ahead and get started with those open box items in a minute. I also have, I'm going to show you guys the new Raquel Welch items. They're Featherlight fibers. I know we've seen them before, but it's always nice to see them again, especially because today on our website, on our main website, not our live link, but like our main website, you can use the code LIVE35 today to purchase anything for 35% off. So sometimes we throw that into our lives on occasion to give you a little bit of an extra discount when you're making purchases. So if you see anything else that you like today that's maybe not in our live link, or maybe it's been taken already, go ahead and check them out on our main website. Use the code LIVE35 at checkout and you'll get 35% off. Other than the Raquel Welch items, I'm also going to I'll show you guys Mira again because we love a good Mira by Amore. It's just been like the hit of the wig world lately. And then I will show you guys, we have some Icons items by Beltress up today. for 40% off. They are available to ship now in case anyone's been, waiting for their pre-order. So I'll show you guys some of those. Plus at the end, I will show you our RIAH items again and all the colors that come with them. So if you are new to this, we have at Chiquel introduced a new line of wigs by Chiquel called RIAH, and we have released 4 items available for pre-order. So I will show you all of those, plus some of the colors that they come in, because I know color is always, it's usually the hardest thing when it comes to wigs. So before I chat your ear off, I am going to start with the open box items. And also let you know, I'm wearing the wig called Music right now. This is Music by Ellen Villa. This is in the color Cinnamon Brown Rooted. It's a beautiful, vibrant, sort of auburn color with roots. It has a left part. However, the rest of the top is a hand-tied top. So you can kind of part it wherever you wanted to. And this is a closed wefted cap. So when I say closed wefted, I mean that it's wefted, so it's made by a machine. All the fibers have been sewn into rows, but you can't stick your fingers through. It's kind of like the best of both worlds. It's like a hand-tied cap and a wefted cap all into one. You kind of get the comfort of a hand-tied cap, but the lower cost of a wefted cap. So again, I was starting off wearing Music by Ellen Villa in the color Cinnamon Brown Rooted. And this is a heat-friendly synthetic style, by the way. If you are someone who likes something like SeamStealer by Raquel Welch, you would really like Music. There is a little bit of permatease in her, just FYI. Okay, let's get started with the open box items. I'm sure some of you guys were super sneaky and went and checked them out already and purchased them. But as always, I show these items anyways, even if I know they have been purchased. And that's because I think it's always great to be able to see items because maybe the color I'm showing you guys isn't even your color anyway, but it's always nice to just see the wig in person. And maybe there's a different color that you wanted to check out on our website. And like I said, you can go and use the code LIVE35 on our whole website today. Okay, I do have a bunch of gray items for you. I see someone just says, gray, older woman. I have gray stuff for you today, including this one. Woohoo! By the way, I'm wearing our wig grip right now. This is a really great silicone wig grip. I wear this all the time on our lives just so you guys can see. Super stretchy, quite comfortable for a silicone wig grip, to be honest. Nice and thin, super thin. And these are really great for helping to keep your wigs on. Okay, what do I have? This is Glamorize Always by Gabor, and I have this in the color GF119, also known as Silver and Smoke. So Glamorize Always, you just ordered Beckham. That's exciting. Beckham's a great wig. I'm going to show that one later. Glamorize Always is actually a hand-tied top. It's not a monofilament top. So something I like to make sure you guys know the difference between is a hand-tied top versus a monofilament top. They're not the same. Even though you are able to part them anywhere you want, even though you are able to get that scalp-like appearance in a way, your hand-tied top is going to be softer. But these are knotted in clusters as opposed to either individually or just in small groups. So these are cluster knots, which sometimes make the part line a little bit more visible, but I'll show you guys in a second. You're in the middle of the Atlantic watching me. Oh my gosh, that is very cool. This is an open wefted cap. We have velvet ear tabs, a velvet nape, and Velcro adjusters. So again, this is Glamorize Always by Gabor in the color Silver and Smoke. This is going to be sort of an A-line bob. Hi, small seeds. Okay, so this is made with heat-friendly synthetic fiber. This was an item that came out roughly 2 years ago, I want to say. Here's your lace front, nice natural lace front on this. And then let me show you the part line. So, like I said, they are knotted in clusters. So they're a little bit bigger. The knotting is a little bit bigger, a little bit more noticeable. But with a gray style or a gray color, it's going to be light anyways. Like we don't have dark roots on this. So any knotting with lighter colors is going to be less visible anyways. Okay, let me give you guys a spin. So we got shorter in the back, longer in the front. All right, sometimes my comments do weird things. Whenever they do weird things, I've noticed that if I say hi, that they tend to fix themselves. So I might randomly just comment hi in here and see if that fixes things. So here we go. Glamour as always. Again, this is an open box item. These are available in the Amanda's Wigs section, and you can get them for 60% off if they haven't already been spoken for. You hate when your work gets in the way and you log in late. What did you miss? You didn't miss much. This is honestly the first one I've put on. So you are good. What was the code? So use the code LIVE35 on our regular website, not in our live link. Our live link will have the discounts automatically applied at checkout. But if you are shopping on our main website today, you can use the code LIVE35 when you're checking out to give you 35% off of the whole website. That's why I quit work, so I can stay home and watch. Yes, that's what life is all about, right? Live wig shows. Okay. Let me put this away. As always, I'm going to try my best to stay organized over here so I don't have chaos behind me. Because man, oh man, the cleanup after these shows are just something else, let me tell you. I need an assistant. Does anyone want to apply to be my assistant? Okay. Next up, what do we have? We have Verona by Welch in Milkshake Blonde. This will be a popular one. So Verona is part of the City Collection. Hi, Pure Burrito. You're from Scotland. Fantastic. Verona has a center part and a lace front extended to your ear tabs. You see all those brunettes behind me? Yeah, lots of brunettes. These are all the colors in our RIAH line. They tend to be, the brunettes seem to be burying the blondes. There's some blondes in there, but I will show those closer to the end. You want to be my assistant? Amazing. I'd love to have you. Okay, Verona's open wefted cap, velvet ear tabs, velvet extended nape, Velcro adjusters. Someone is saying this piece has already been sold from the open box item. Again, I'm showing it anyway, just because this is a great style, by the way. Also, you can find this on our regular website. Use the code LIVE35 and you can get 35% off. Hi, Amanda, watching from Hawaii. Oh, amazing. What island are you on, Jumpy Carrot? My family has a home in Hawaii. I don't personally own it. My dad does. Oh, the Big Island. Me too. That's where I go. I go to the Big Island often. Okay, here's Verona. So Beltress uses heat-friendly synthetic fibers. They are low density. You'll be my assistant, then I can expand to the UK. Fantastic. RIAH is on sale today. You can get it on sale in our link for 40% off. Okay, I love Verona personally because of this situation. I love a good curtain bang. Don't we love it? It just frames your face in such a soft way. Really nice waves. Okay, so Verona, she is available, maybe. I don't think so, actually. I think someone took her, but she was available in the open box section, which is called Amanda's Wigs. This color is Milkshake Blonde. This is a color, this is kind of like the universal blonde color that a lot of brands tend to have a similar color to. This is kind of like Shaded Biscuit by Raquel Welch. Okay, let me take off Verona and we'll go on to the next open box item. All right. Ooh, this one. I anticipate this one's gone. But hey, that's all right. You can't find the Amanda's Wigs. Okay, so if you're looking for Amanda's Wigs, that's because you are probably on our regular website and not in the link for our live. You have to go to our live link, which is a little shopping bag icon on your screen. If you click my face and open me up really big, there should be a little shopping bag icon that you click on, and that will get you into the link for our live items. Okay, now I'm showing you guys Liverpool in the color Raw Sugar Blonde Rooted. This is by Beltress, also from their City collection, like I just shared with you on Verona that I just had. Liverpool has a left part, an extended lace front, open wefted cap, velvet ear tabs, velvet extended nape, and Velcro adjusters. So same thing as all a Beltress's City collection. Just logged in live, only getting audio, no picture. Try refreshing your screen and hopefully that'll do the trick. I love Liverpool. I love it. Here she is. You can bring the bangs forward. Obviously they're very long, and I always have people being like, oh, your bangs are too long. I know. I know, you guys. I show them out of the box. They come longer because everyone has different sized foreheads. You can cut them if you want, or you can sweep them to the side if you prefer a side swept look. So this is called Liverpool. This is Raw Sugar Blonde. It's a low density. It has a lace front, really lovely natural looking lace fronts. You just swept your bangs to the side. Yeah, I like a good side swept look on Liverpool. Left part on Liverpool. Let me get that. There it is. Show you the back. So again, it's a low density. There's not a ton of hair on this, you guys. Like I can put it in a ponytail for you and show you. I'm not grasping like a ton of hair. This is a really cute ponytail wig though. So again, this is an open box item available in the Amanda's Wigs section when you click the link to go shopping in our live. And just a reminder, if you're on our social media channels, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, you can't shop from there. You can watch from there, but you can't shop from there. So you'll have to come and join us over at chiquel.com or chiquel.ca, where you can watch me there and actually make purchases. You got her. Awesome. Our milkshake and raw sugar are pretty similar. They're similar. Raw sugar is going to be warmer. Hold on. Milkshake is going to be a bit cooler. So here's raw sugar. Here's milkshake. So similar, but hopefully you can see a little bit more warmth in raw sugar than milkshake. Okay. Ooh, my next one for you, I have one more Beltress open box item. And it is going to be Monteceto. If you're not a fan of the dark root, that's okay. Not everybody is. I get it. It's so funny. I always have women commenting on my videos being like, why would anyone want a dark root? I thought we spend our whole lives trying to cover that up. I get it. I do. However, with the dark root, for someone like me who is a brunette naturally, like I have dark hair naturally, having a dark root allows me to transition into blondes a lot more easily. It creates a little bit more of a natural look for someone who is brunette. It also tricks people out in the wild. It tricks them into thinking that your hair is actually growing, right? Because, you know, if you have roots in your hair, then obviously your hair must be growing. So it kind of gives it that natural appearance, tricks people, and it makes blondes a lot more tolerable for someone who is brunette. Okay, so what is this? Monteceto. Monteceto in macadamia latte rooted. So we have a left part again, extended lace front, open wefting, velvet ear tabs, velvet extended nape, and Velcro adjusters. I love rooted. If a little bit of my natural hair shows, it just blends in. Yeah. I also find that the dark root, it like disguises the knotting a little bit in a way, because it creates sort of like a shadow effect. If that makes sense. Okay. Really cute bob. Ugh. Here she is. Nice layering in the front. Obviously, like, it's a bit floppy, but sometimes that happens out of the box. You can easily train the floppiness to come back and away. That's so freaking cute. I agree, Rose Gold Kitty. It is so freaking cute. Really cute structured bob with layers. So again, this is Monteceto in Macadamia Latte Rooted. This is a really great color for anyone who's kind of in between brown and blonde. Loyal Granola, hello. Am I in the live now? You are. If you are commenting here and I can see you, then yes, you are. You've made it. Can the bangs be trimmed on that one? Yeah, they absolutely can. You can cut bangs on pretty much any style, to be honest. The only thing that you need to be careful with when cutting your bangs is not to go too short, obviously. Because two things would happen. When you cut them too short, they can't grow, so you're stuck. But also what could happen if you go a little bit too short, sometimes the bangs want to just like stick straight out, and they don't, it's like there's not enough weight for them to lay flat. So it just takes a lot more work to get them to lay flat. Someone just said, can I show the back? Yes. And again, this is Monteceto by Beltress in Macadamia Latte Rooted. This was an open box item. I'm assuming it is gone now. So if you don't see it anywhere, it's because somebody already purchased it. So just a reminder, when I'm showing these open box items, there's only one of them. And if somebody purchases them, then they are gone from the link and you won't be able to see them anymore. However, like I said, if you go to our website and you use the code LIVE35, you should be able to get 35% off anything, really. Okay, someone asked, is this a left part? It is a left part. And a lace front. Yes, correct about bangs sticking out if cut too short. Yes, that becomes a little bit of a problem. So it's always best when you're cutting bangs, it's always best to get a stylist to do it if you're a little nervous, but also make sure you are going little by little. And if you can find a stylist that knows something about wigs, because wigs are different than human hair, especially if it's a synthetic. So if they know a little bit if they have a little bit of knowledge about synthetic wigs, then that's best. Okay, I have another gray one, you guys. Have you missed Flawless Waves? No, you have not. I haven't shown it yet. But what I am showing you guys is the beautiful SeamStealer in the color Iced Granita. So for any of you gray ladies out there who like a good long style, this is your gal. She's just beautiful. Okay. SeamStealer was one of my, it wasn't my first, but it was up there in one of my first wigs when I decided to try out blondes. I think it was my first blonde wig that I tried. Okay, we have a full monofilament top, a lace front, open wefted cap, velvet ear tabs, a velvet nape, Velcro adjusters. This section here is where we're going to have a bit of permatease. So there is some permatease in the crown of SeamStealer. If you like hair that just is like va-va-voom, then you're going to enjoy SeamStealer. Like, wow. SeamStealer fits pretty true to average. Hello from Northeast Georgia. Hi, Active Crisp. Okay, here is SeamStealer. SeamStealer is beautiful. Honestly, she's a bit of a face flopper at first, but again, it happens. Wigs out of the box, don't always look perfect. You need to do a little bit of work. So if it's face swapping for you, don't be like, bye, this is over, I'm sending it back. Don't do that. If you like the style and you like the color, then work with her. Use some heat at the roots to train it to go back. And that's going to help it a lot. Okay, my comments are being funny again. I'm saying hi. That fixes everything. So again, this is SeamStealer. It's an open box item in the Amanda's Wigs section. You can get this for 60% off. This is the color Iced Granita. This is made with heat-friendly fiber. It is a low to medium density with permatease at the crown. It's gone. Oh well. But again, you can go to our website and use the code LIVE35 and get 35% off. What temperature in Fahrenheit? You can go up to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit with heat on these heat-friendly styles. I typically stick around 270, 275 Fahrenheit, but you can go up to about 350. All right, it's coming off. Again, I'm wearing our wig grip, really great for keeping your wigs on. Which wig is this? This was SeamStealer by Raquel Welch in the color Iced Granita. But these are silicone wig grips. Super helpful if you have, especially like a flat back of your head. Maybe your occipital bone back there is not as pronounced. And you just want your wig to stay. So this is usually a bit helpful for that. So your wig kind of grabs on to these little bumpy things on the silicone and helps it stay quite a bit better. All right, so again, you guys, if you're just joining, I am showing a bunch of open box items right now, but they often go really fast. Like people usually pounce on them really quickly and purchase them. And as soon as they get purchased, they disappear from the link. You'd love to see a whole live on just gray wigs, primarily short or bobs. That would be a lot of gray wigs. You think it's all sold out? Well, I'm still showing them just in case. Okay, flawless waves. Someone was just asking about it. This is a beautiful red color. This is the color 3330. This is by Tressalure. And this is spicy. It is spicy. This is just a basic cap. Your basic cap means that it is all machine made. It's not made with any hands. It's made by a machine. We have permatease on the top, open wefting, velvet ear tabs, velvet extended nape, and Velcro adjusters. And we do have this nice velvet up at the front here on Flawless Waves. Can wigs purchased on the live show be returned? Yes, they can be returned for a store credit in return, not for a full refund. If you are shopping on our website, you can use the code LIVE35, and that will give you 35% off of your order. Okay, here's Flawless Waves. So again, this is a basic cap. We don't have the bells and whistles on this. We don't have a lace front. Ew, right? We don't want that, but we have these bangs. So the bangs are going to cover that, which is fantastic. We also don't have any illusion of scalp on this. You have your permatease top here. However, I find on Flawless Waves, you don't really notice that. It's pretty disguised just with the way the bangs come forward. It all just kind of comes out of sort of a center area here. You don't even really need a part line, if that makes sense. It is voluminous though. Like this might look like it's too much hair for you. One thing I love doing with Flawless Waves, I have my own Flawless Waves. I often, honestly, do not wear it down just because I feel like it's too much for me. But what I do love doing to Flawless Waves is putting it in a half up, half down, and it looks cute. Cute as a button. Let me show you. Oh, Live 35 is working now, you guys. I know for some of you it wasn't quite working. It should be ready to go. If you have any purchases in your cart, or any items in your cart that you want to purchase? Okay, Flawless Waves in a half up, half down. I only have a big scrunchie. I wish I had a smaller elastic, but this will kind of give you an idea. Flawless Waves in a half up, half down really helps to sort of minimize the poofiness you're feeling. It makes the poofiness feel more intentional, if that makes sense. Okay, so here is Flawless Waves in the color 3330. And like I said, wearing it in a half up, half down, 10 out of 10. Okay, do I have Broadway? I don't, unfortunately not today. All right, I'm gonna put her away. I still have a few more open box items to show you guys. Can I try on Monteceto again? I need to figure this out. Yeah, I can try on Monteceto again. If you don't mind waiting a few minutes, I'm gonna go through a few more open box items and I can circle back to Monteceto. All right. I have Simmer Elite, you guys. What do I prefer? Breezy Wave or Flawless Waves? Ooh, I'm gonna say Flawless Waves. I think I like for me, I just like the length on Flawless Waves a little bit better. Okay, Simmer Elite, and this is in the color Shaded Hazelnut, RL8/29SS. What do you call the band? This is a silicone wig grip. So if you are having a hard time with your wig staying on your head, try a silicone wig grip. They are gentle on your own hair if you have hair. It really allows your wig to grip to your head more easily if you're having a hard time with your wig staying in place. You can find these available in our live link. Okay, Simmer Elite is a partially hand-tied cap. So when I say partially hand-tied, it means part of it is hand-tied, part of it is machine-made. So the bottom here, the bottom half of this cap is going to have closed wefts. So that's where all of the fibers have been sewn on into rows. And then we have a little bit of stretch on the side panel here, no stretch in the middle, stretch on the side. You have an appointment this Friday at the Edmonton shop. Oh, that's awesome, Glowing Noodle. If you guys aren't aware, we do have 2 locations in Canada, in just outside of Toronto in Oakville and in Edmonton. So if you are in Ontario or in Alberta, then come and check out our shop. You can make an appointment on our website. Okay, monofilament top, lace front extending into your velvet ear tabs. What's the difference between Simmer and Simmer Elite? The main difference between Simmer and Simmer Elite is the cap. So they will both have a full monofilament top. They will both have an extended lace front with velvet ear tabs. They will both have velvet extended nape with Velcro adjusters. But Simmer is not a partially hand-tied cap. Simmer is going to be like, let's see, I'm trying to find one. Simmer is going to be like your typical open wefted cap like this, whereas Simmer Elite has partial hand-tied cap with closed wefting. You'll also find that Simmer, the regular Simmer, has a little bit of permatease in her, making her a little bit more voluminous, whereas Simmer Elite doesn't have permatease in her. However, that being said, I still feel like Simmer Elite can grow and get a little bit more voluminous too. Okay, here is Simmer Elite in the color Shaded Hazelnut. It's an open box item available for 60% off unless somebody purchased her already. In that case, yay to that lady, and I'm sorry to the rest of you. Okay, Simmer Elite is made with heat-friendly synthetic fiber. If she is gone and you're like, oh my gosh, I need Simmer Elite, go check her out on our website, just our regular website, not our live link, but our regular website. You can find her in all the colors that are available, and you can use the code LIVE35 at checkout for 35% off. Here's your hairline. Full monofilament top for all that parting. How do you purchase a wig during the live session? There should be a little shopping bag icon that you can click on, and that will take you to our link. Once you get to that link, you'll see different categories. One of the categories will say Amanda's Wigs. Amanda's Wigs has all of my open box items that I show in it. You'll see other brand categories like Beltress, RIAH, you'll see Renee of Paris, you'll see all sorts of different brand categories. You can click on all those brands to find wigs that we have for sale in today's live. What's her density compared to Beltress pieces? I'd say it's a little bit higher, just a little bit. All right, and again, this is shaded hazelnut. I know someone was asking that. So RL8/29SS. And if you're someone who doesn't like roots, even though the roots on shaded hazelnut are very subtle because it already is a brunette base, shaded hazelnut also comes in just hazelnut where there are no roots. Do you have any of these in large? Not today, unfortunately. I don't have any large items today, but on our website, we do have some large styles that you can take a look at. And again, you can use the code LIVE35 to get 35% off. Okay. You bought the exact one a few days ago. Amazing. That's very exciting. You're going to love it. How's the fit on Simmer Elite? It's pretty true to average. You will find, though, that the partially hand-tied caps by Raquel Welch, like on Simmer Elite, they fit a little bit smaller than their open wefted regular caps. Okay. I have another gray style. Oh, where's the open? I'm gonna find the front of the box. This one is one of my faves. This is called Beachwave Magic by Tressalure. Are the fibers the same on Simmer and Simmer Elite? Yes, they are. They're both made with Raquel Welch's true-to-life heat-friendly synthetic fiber. Okay, monofilament top, lace front extending into your ear tabs. This is Beachwave Magic, by the way, and this is the color 385160. Yes. Okay, open wefted cap, velvet ear tabs, velvet extended nape, Velcro adjusters. So Beachwave Magic is made with Tressalure's Look Fabulous Realistic Light fiber. This is a heat stylable fiber, so it's heat friendly, but it is lighter weight. It's 40% lighter weight than your typical heat friendly fiber. And yes, it is lighter weight. So even though it's a light to medium density, it feels really lightweight. And it is a gray color. It's a nice mix of like a soft white, a light gray, really beautiful. And then we do have more of the soft white coming to the front here. Oh, you love this color on me. Thanks, Clean Popcorn. It's so funny. I showed this wig the other day in one of my reels, and I always get those comments of people being like, that looks horrible on you. Sorry. I'm just showing it. You don't need to be so rude. Okay, here's your lace front. It already says out of stock. That means someone already got it. I'm so sorry, but you can find this on our regular website, and you can get it for 35% off if you use the code LIVE35 at checkout. This one has bangs, obviously very long. You can cut them, or you can swoop them to the side. You can part this one on either side. Yes, you sure can, because it is a full monofilament top. Thank you, guys. So you have a full monofilament top, so you part it anywhere you want. You can part it to the side, you can part it in the middle, you can do a side sweep. How's the fit? It is very true to average. Is there permatease? Only a little bit. There is, though. I'm not going to say there's none, but you're going to find some kind of in this section here. So you can use it to your advantage if you enjoy having fuller hair, or you can bring her down just a little bit. But overall, it's very lightweight feeling because it is made with those Look Fabulous Realistic Light fiber, where they're shaped like a tube. Each fiber, every time I talk about this, my mind explodes. Like, just kind of like when I think about outer space and the universe, I'm like, what? Every time I think about this fiber and the fact that it's made like a straw, like it's hollow in the middle. How do you do that with something so tiny? Like, how does that work? I don't know. Science just crazy. But these fibers are very lightweight, and they're similar to Raquel Welch's fibers. They're feather light fibers that are just coming out. Same, the stars just fascinate me. Seriously, it's magic. I know. When there's a few things that when I think about them, my mind starts spiraling. One of them is the universe and the world and outer space and all that. And then another one is people and living things. Like, how are we created? How is my brain telling me to talk right now? Like, how am I moving? I could go down a rabbit hole of what does not make sense. And another thing that doesn't make sense to me is technology. How are you watching me right now? How is this working? Oh my gosh. I could go on a whole rant about life, but we're not here to do that. We are here to talk about wigs. And wigs, I do understand. I understand wigs, so I'll stick to that. Thank you, Sassy Milk. Okay, maybe I can do another live and we can just chat about life and how crazy it is, right? Just crazy. The wig I was just showing was Beachwave Magic by Tressalure in the color 385160. I will be doing 2 giveaways, by the way, in this. Sorry, I'm having a hard time getting this in here. I'll be doing 2 giveaways, one in about 15 minutes or so, and another one at the end of our live. Where do you place the wig grip? On my head. I'm assuming you mean on my head. I place it like just a little bit behind the hairline so that you don't see it through the lace. It's just behind the lace a little bit. Any mid-length gray? Funny you say that, dull squash. Yes, right here. I have a mid-length gray just for you, dull squash. And it's called Cruise Control by Raquel Welch in the color RL5660 Silver. Here she is. Raquel Welch has made this beautiful bob. It's just like the bob of all bobs. Sorry, I thought I missed something. Okay, so it's made with their true to life heat friendly synthetic fiber. This is the same type of a cap like, or it's a similar, I should say, similar to Simmer Elite with their partially hand tied cap and their closed wefting. You've got velvet ear tabs, velvet extended nape, Velcro adjusters. One thing about Cruise Control though, is that it is a double layered hand tied top here. So it's not a monofilament top. We have 2 layers of tulle-like material. And the knots are sewn more into clusters. But with these grays, I find that the clusters are not as noticeable. So it doesn't make a huge difference. Is the closed wefting in the back a lot hotter? I'm not going to say it's a lot hotter, but it's a little bit hotter because the whole ventilation thing is no longer there. But honestly, in the summertime, or if you're wearing wigs to work out, wigs are going to be hot regardless. Okay, here's Cruise Control in the color RL5660 Silver. Here she is. And remember, any new wig you get, I shouldn't say every, but most new wigs come with a zigzag part. Obviously, the zigzag part doesn't look as natural. It's flopping forward right now. So to me, looking at me right now, this looks a little bit wiggy, but I have my own Cruise Control and it doesn't look like this once you get the part out, once you kind of train the fibers to go where you want them to. It's a really lovely bob, but I obviously don't want to ruin this. And again, if you are suffering from the face floppage happening here, don't worry, you can fix it. I have made a video in the past that shows on heat-friendly synthetic fibers like this one, if you pull it all the way back with tension, spray it with some water and use heat to train the fibers to go back, clip it there and let it stay. Let it cool, When you release it, you're gonna find you're gonna get a really nice lift at the front, and the fibers are going to be more like this. Thanks, Mild Melon. I'm glad you found it to be informative. Yeah, I have the video. It's on YouTube in my shorts, I believe. It's also in my reels on Instagram. It's on my reels in Facebook. It's on my TikTok. All my videos are all over the place. Can you use a curling iron on synthetic hair? Do you mean plain synthetic hair? If you mean plain synthetic hair, like just regular synthetic, you just have to be very careful with the heat that you use because your fibers will melt. You can use heat on plain synthetic, but it has to be very, very low heat. I do recommend the NV 3-in-1 Air Styler though, because that has heat settings that work just for synthetic fibers, and it has a curling iron attachment for it. If you are working with heat-friendly synthetic fiber, you can use a curling iron. However, I will say that curling irons on heat-friendly synthetic fibers are a little tricky to use because heat-friendly fibers and regular synthetic fibers, they need to be cooled before you release the style that you're trying to make. And curling irons don't allow you to cool it. Okay. Can I still view the wigs I missed? I just joined now. If you missed some wigs already, you can always replay this. So this will be on replay on the website for the day. You can also watch the replay on YouTube. That's usually an easy place to find it. And the sale for this live will be active a little bit past our live show. Does the style remain after washing? It sure does. So as long as it's a synthetic style, synthetic or heat-friendly synthetic, yes. Human hair, no. So synthetic styles, sorry, what am I showing? This is Emma in Caramel Kiss, by the way. Synthetic styles have what's called style memory. So as soon as you wash it and let it dry, the original style that you had right before you washed it, it will dry and look like that again. Okay, here is a monofilament top. There's no lace front on this. There is that silicone band here. Open wefted cap, just some standard ear tabs, just a standard nape and hook adjusters. What's that word? Okay, so again, this is Emma by Estetica, and this is the color Caramel Kiss. This is a plain synthetic. What's the best, brightest summer blonde in Simmer with some warmth? With some warmth to it. If you want a little bit of warmth, maybe Shaded Sand. Shaded Sand is a really beautiful, I have it right here, in fact. Here's Shaded Sand. It has some warmth to it. It's a nice color for summer. Okay, here's Emma. How do you find out what color the discontinued color wigs are? Once you add it to your cart, if you click add to cart, go to your cart and it will say the color there. And then you can just delete it from your cart if it's the wrong color for you. So if you can't see the color on listed on the wig, add it to your cart and you should see it. So Emma by Estetica in Caramel Kiss. We're gonna have shorter in the back, longer and swoopy in the front. And I always tell everybody that if you're not into these angled bobs, just cut them off. You can cut them off super easy peasy. Okay, this is synthetic fiber. So yeah, this will be a little bit shinier than your than your heat-friendly synthetic fiber. And I have been showing a lot of heat-friendly synthetic fiber so far. So now coming to this one where it is plain synthetic, we are gonna see a little bit of extra shine. But also know I'm standing in front of a window. I don't have sunlight on me because it is an overcast day, but I do have just the light of the world on me right now. So it will look a little bit shiny. So remember, this has no lace front. Thank you, Dynamic Crab. Yeah, I was surprised too when I put this one on. I felt like it looked so much better on than in the stock photo. I know stock photos can be challenging sometimes, but I mean, really, stock photos are just like a glimpse of what it looks like. Seeing it in real life, I know it's through a screen, but in real life gives you like this whole, it brings life to it, right? How do you get rid of the shine? You can spray with dry shampoo. So just like your standard dry shampoo you can find at the drugstore. Spray with dry shampoo, and that kind of helps dull the shine. You can also sprinkle like baby powder over it and kind of work it through and shake it out. And yeah, so again, this is an open box item that you can find in the Amanda's Wigs section of our live link. Okay, I know someone had asked me to put on Monteceto one more time. Do you have Lauren Beltress Shaken Oat Milk Blonde? I don't have it on hand. I'm so sorry. I do not have it. I have shown Lauren in Shaken Oat Milk Blonde before, though. If you search through my videos, you might be able to find it. I think I showed her in one of my stock image versus reality videos a couple weeks ago. Okay, Monteceto. Sorry, someone wanted me to show Monteceto again. So this is in the color Macadamia Latte Rooted, I think. Yes. So this was an open box item. I don't know if it's available anymore, but this is here so that you guys can see what Monteceto looks like. And you can find this on our regular website in whatever colors we have in stock for 35% off if you use the code LIVE35 at checkout. It's not available, but like I said, you can go to our regular website and get this for 35% off by using LIVE35 at our checkout. And again, this is the color Macadamia Latte Rooted. Seems to be one of the more popular blonde brown colors. All right, let me take her off. Okay, that I think is all the open box items I have to share with you today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys, I have Mira here by Amore, which people love. You can get her for 40% off. Some colors I believe are on pre-order right now just because she's been doing so well. Mira has been killing it, but you can get her for 40% off. I'm also going to show you guys a few of the Raquel Welch Featherlight items, and then we're going to do our giveaway. Okay, so Mira, part of the reason why she's been doing so well is because she's so comfortable. You can see this has a stretch cap in all directions. So it's up and down, side to side, diagonal, 100% hand-tied stretch cap. This was made with hair loss and with scalp sensitivities in mind. So it's quite soft for a hand-tied cap. We have really soft velvet ear tabs, velvet extended nape, Velcro adjusters, full monofilament top for all the parting, and an extended lace front interior ear tabs. Okay. Does that work with bio hair too? Do you mean my wig grip? Yes? Or do you mean this? You can wear any wigs if you have your own bio hair, if that's what you meant. Okay, so this is Mira, M-I-R-A. You should be able to find this in the Rene of Paris section. This is by Amore. Amore. However, Amore is an extension of Rene of Paris. Rene of Paris has several brands associated with them, and Amore is one of them. So this is just the cutest thing to ever exist. It's made with heat-friendly synthetic fiber. I'm wearing this in the color Sea Salt Blonde Rooted. This fits pretty true to average. However, I find I'm a petite size. I have 20.5 inch circumference, 11.5 front to nape, 11.5 ear to ear. I don't feel like I'm swimming in this at all. With the cap being a hand-tied cap, that helps sort of reduce some of the extra bulk, I find I can shape it around my head and make some of the bulk happen a little bit near the nape. And then what I do is I pull this down as far as I can, and this feels like it fits me awesome. So it does fit true to average, but I think it works fine for petite heads. Okay, and then in terms of my circumference, with this wig grip on, it fits pretty nicely, but I would probably bring in the adjusters just a little bit. You've ordered one and you can't wait to get it. You're gonna love it. What's my forehead to chin measurement? I think I decided it was 7¼ inches. I'm pretty sure. I've done it a few times, and every time I do it, that measurement just goes out the window. I'm pretty sure it's 7¼ So again, Mira by Amore. You can find this to order in all the colors that are available for 40% off. It's a newer release by Amore, by Renee of Paris. And it's so cute. Okay. Taking off Mira by Amore. Goodness, getting tongue-tied. And like I said, I'm going to I'm going to show some of the Raquel Welch pieces, and then I'm going to launch our first giveaway. And if you are over on social media, and by social media, I mean Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, what else? Facebook. Then come over to chiquel.com where you can enter our giveaway on the live at our website. So once you come over to our website, you'll see my live automatically pop up in the bottom corner. Just tap my face, click my face, and then you can open up the live. I'm going to show a few of these wigs, and then we'll run our first giveaway. And when we do that, you'll be able to enter. So don't enter yet. A little thing will pop up for you to be able to enter. Okay, this is Showrunner that I'm showing. This is in the color Shaded Cappuccino. It's a very popular color. So these new releases by Raquel Welch have a few new things about them. One, they have their new caps. These are their Luxe Lite 2 cap. So these Luxe Lite 2 caps have a full monofilament top. I will say that the monofilament top, the area is smaller than a lot of their other ones. It doesn't take up the full space, but it's still a decent amount of space. And also around it is hand tied. So it all kind of works out. We have these silicone ear tabs that cover velvet. So if you wanted to remove the silicone, you definitely can do that. And it's a partially hand-tied cap. So hand-tied on the top, closed wefting on the bottom, and then we have extended velvet nape with, again, that silicone that's removable, Velcro adjusters. So all of these Luxe Lite 2 caps in their newer releases, they're all going to be the same. So again, I'm showing Showrunner. So you can find Showrunner not on our regular, or not on our live link, but you can find her in our regular website. This might be my favorite out of all of them. This is in the color Shaded Cappuccino. Really similar color to Macadamia Latte Rooted by Beltress. How do the fibers wear? You know what? I just released a YouTube video today that updated you all on these fibers. So you can go to YouTube and watch that video, but since I'm here, I may as well just tell you that I have worn these wigs several times. They are definitely lightweight, lighter weight than the other fibers. They still tangle, they still frizz, but I find they don't clump up quite as much. They're lovely, but overall, they're still gonna tangle, they're still gonna frizz. So if you're looking for no tangles and no frizz, you're not gonna get it with this. It still happens. So you can find this on our regular website and use the code LIVE35. I think a lot of colors, to be honest, are out of stock in Showrunner, but you can see what there is and pre-order anything that's not quite in stock at the moment. All right, taking off Showrunner. And feature length. This is their longest one. super long. Never had a heat-friendly wig. How do they last compared to regular fibers? They take more maintenance in order for them to last the same amount. Heat-friendly synthetic fibers get frizzy and frazzly more quickly than your typical synthetic fibers do. So if you want your heat-friendly synthetic fibers to last, you need to maintain it. You need to add heat to it. I find you need to wash them a little bit more often in order to maintain like their nice flowiness, just because they get sticky and clumpy easily. So it just depends if you have the energy and the time to maintain them. And I do have a lot of videos on maintaining heat-friendly synthetic fibers on YouTube. How is this different than Raquel Welch model mode? The whole cap is different. Model mode has an open wefted cap as opposed to this partially hand-tied cap. And they have a full monofilament top and just plain velvet ear tab. So the cap is different and the style is completely different. Model mode is a similar length to feature length, but model mode, it has more of like, it has more of a curl going on. Whereas I would say feature length is more of like, just like a full bodied situation. There's just like a lot of body to it and structure. It's more of a straight style with some structure to it. Whereas model mode is more curly, wavy-ish. Oh, sorry, this is the color Shaded Biscuit, you guys. So I'm wearing Feature Length by Raquel Welch in Shaded Biscuit. So I do find these caps fit a little bit bigger than average. However, what I love about these caps are the silicone ear tabs and the silicone nape. As a petite size, so again, I am petite in all of my measurements, 20.5 circumference, 11.5 front to nape, 11.5 ear to ear. All wigs typically are big on me. But what I like about this one with the silicone nape is I can pull it as snug as I can. So it's like getting as much of my head as I can. And then the silicone nape really grips to my head and my neck so that it doesn't come up as much. And then paired with the silicone wig grip, it definitely works out okay for me. I always have people being like, you're a petite, how do you wear all the wigs? I just do. I just do. If I like the style of one, I will just make it work. So again, this is Feature Length in Shaded Biscuit. You can find this on our main website. This isn't part of our live sale, so it's not going to be 40% off in our live sale, but you can use the code LIVE35 on our regular website for 35% off. Okay, here's your lace front on this one. And again, it has that full monofilament top, so you can part it wherever you'd like. Here you go. Again, this is Shaded Biscuit, also known as RL19/23SS. Very beautiful hair. Clearly, this is like your dream hair situation. Like if you're wanting this amazing hair, then this is it. What is your body height? I am 5'8". I'm fairly tall, to be honest. I know it's hard to see that, but I am about 5'8". My face is about 7¼ inches long. My nose is about 1.5 inches long. Okay, feature length is coming off. Now this one, again, same cap. Do you guys want to know how long my ear is? 1.5 inches. My arms are like 2 feet long. You had no idea I was that tall? Yeah, I know. It's funny. When you see people online, you can't tell, right? But I'm pretty tall. Okay, so again, same cap. My neck. My neck is something I've measured this so many times. I can't remember how long my neck is, and partially because I don't know where to start measuring my neck. And I talk about this in my YouTube video I just released last week, I think, where I'm like, how do you measure your neck? Do you measure like from here? Do you measure from like, is this the start of your neck? I don't know. How do you measure yourself? I don't know. Okay, same cap, you guys. Full monofilament top, hand tied around the top here. Partial hand tied cap, closed wefting at the bottom, silicone covering your velvet ear tabs, and then velvet nape with silicone, and then Velcro adjusters. If you want to know how long my neck is, go to my last YouTube video where I was, what was I showing? Oh, I think I was reviewing Mira. I think it was Mira. And I measure my neck in like various locations because I didn't know where to measure from. This is straight to, it was Mira, okay. This is Straight to Camera by Raquel Welch. You can find this on our regular website, not on our live link. And this is in the color RL16/21SS Shaded Sand. It makes a difference in the length of the wig. It does. You're absolutely right. I don't know if I have a long neck. All I know is I'm tall. But I don't know about this situation here, if it's average or bigger than average. I don't know. I don't know other people's neck sizes. So again, you can use the code LIVE35 at checkout on our regular website. This is made with their Feather Lite heat-friendly fiber. So this Feather Lite fiber is lighter weight than their regular true to life heat-friendly synthetic fiber. We're talking about Raquel Welch, by the way. And I did just release a video where I talked about the Feather Lite fibers and how they've been wearing. And I also show you how to maintain them when they get frizzy. All right, so again, Straight to Camera, adorable bob. It's a little bit shorter in the back, a little bit longer in the front, but not so drastic. We do have these bangs, which clearly are long, so you can bring them to the front and cut them, or just swoop them to the side. You can have a side part, have a side swept look. Lots of different things to do with Straight to Camera to give it the look that works for you. So whenever you guys get a new wig, don't be afraid to play around with her, because I know that getting a wig, when you're new to wigs, you get a wig and you put it on and you're just expecting it to look perfect and work right out of the box, but it doesn't. It takes some work to figure out how it's going to work for you. It's not just going to be perfect, because remember, these wigs they're made in bulk, and it's like a one size fits all kind of a thing. Like, everybody looks different. So you have to get the wig and play with it a little to make sure that it's going to work for you. Love that color, as the roots aren't too dark. That's right. Yeah. Shaded Sand has the lightest root color of all of Raquel Welch's rooted colors. So if you are looking for a more subtle root, Shaded Sand is a really great color. Okay, so one more time, this is Straight to Camera by Raquel Welch in Shaded Sand. Okay. Off she comes. I have one more for you. I have Waves and Raves. And what we're going to do right now, you guys, before I put this on, is we're going to get the giveaway started. So our moderator is going to launch the giveaway. You should be able to find a little present in the top corner somewhere of your screen. What are we looking at? Screens. In the top left corner, thanks, moderator. And click that. When you click it, you can enter your email address. What am I giving away? I haven't even told you guys what I'm giving away. You basically have your chance to choose anything that I've shown this live, aside from my open box items. So if you want to order a Mira that I just showed, you can order Mira. Just know that some of the colors are in back order. You could order maybe there's a Raquel Welch you wanted to try. Maybe I'm going to be showing some icons collection soon. Maybe there's a RIAH piece you want to pre-order. You can choose. And what I'll do is I will email you and we will go back and forth until you're confident in choosing something. Someone asked if I could show Shaded Sand and Shaded Biscuit. I sure can. Okay, here's Shaded Biscuit. Here's Shaded Sand. Shaded Sand is going to be warmer, a little darker, a little bit less bright. Shaded Biscuit is going to be neutral, leaning cool, a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter. Hopefully that helps. Okay, while you guys are entering the giveaway, I'm going to show you guys Waves and Raves. I have this in the color Shaded Hazelnut. So that's RL8/29SS. I showed the same color on Simmer Elite earlier. So now this is on Waves and Raves. Again, same Lux Lite 2 cap, full monofilament top, hand-tied around the perimeter there. This is a partially hand-tied cap with closed wefting. This is heat-friendly. It's made with their Feather Light heat-friendly fibers. So these fibers that they have in these new styles that they've released from their sheer luxury collection, they are lighter weight than their regular true to life heat-friendly synthetic fibers. We have velvet ear tabs with silicone on them and velvet nape with silicone that you can remove. So I will let you guys enter your email addresses. I'll give you guys one more minute. Again, this is Waves and Raves. I would say this is closer to a medium density. However, these Feather Light fibers, super lightweight. You're gonna feel like you're wearing a feather. How do you order Waves and Raves in the Raquel Welch collection? You're not gonna find it on our live link, but you are gonna find it on our main website. So go to our regular website and you can put it in your search bar. It should pop up for you. And you can order it and use the code LIVE35 at checkout if you are wanting to order it. Okay, let me give you a spin. So there are 5 styles in Raquel Welch's collection. What I don't have to show you in their collection is Posh Premier, which is their more pixie style. Let's see. Should the enter still be there if your entry was accepted? I think it would still be there, yeah. So 30 more seconds to enter, and then we're gonna roll the giveaway, see who won. And then we're also gonna do another giveaway at the end. So 2 giveaways, you guys. Here is your lace front. Is there a code? Yeah, if you go to our regular website and if you want to order Waves and Raves, you can use the code LIVE35 at checkout, and that will give you 35% off. This color is Shaded Hazelnut, RL8/29SS. Put it in a little half up, half down because I am a sucker for a half up, half down when it comes to these short, wavy styles. Let me get this scrunchie in. I wish I had a smaller elastic, but I don't. That's okay. Here she is. Just the cutest. Okay, are you ready to see who won our giveaway? I am. So we're gonna launch the winner. Our lucky winner is Great Corn. Great Corn. What a great way to have a Tuesday. You should go and have some great corn for supper. Maybe it's good luck for you. Okay, Great Corn, whoever you are, I will send you an email hopefully the next day if I can remember. Sometimes, honestly, my brain just leaves my head and my emails don't come until the next day, but we will get in touch with you. Don't you worry, Great Corn, and we will get you your wig. So stay tuned, you guys. We're going to do another giveaway in like 45 minutes. Tall squash. I like all your corns. Okay. Thank you. I don't know who said that. Someone just said really nice comment. Okay. This is coming off. Just a reminder, this wig grip is on our live link. You can purchase this. It's really great for keeping your wigs on. It's pretty comfortable too, super stretchy, and it doesn't feel like my head is being like suffocated or like my brains are gonna squish out of them, if you know what I mean. Okay, what I'm gonna do, you guys, is show about 6 of the Icons collection by Beltress, and then I'm gonna jump into our RIAH pieces and show you the colors I have here for RIAH. So, oh, it's your favorite wig grip. Fantastic. You like the new wig grip too? Yay! I do too. If I were to wear a wig grip, this is the wig grip I probably would wear. All right, I'm going to show you guys winter. Now, I will let you guys know that the Icons collection by Beltress, they have a little bit of a different cap than their other ones, mostly because they have a hand-tied top. It's a double-layered hand-tied top where all the fibers are sewn into clusters as opposed to individual fibers. So the knotting on the top is a little bit more visible. It's not horrible, it's just a little bit more visible. But you can part it anywhere you want. You still get that illusion of scalp. We have a lace front that extends to your ear tabs, silicone ear tabs, partially hand-tied cap with close wefting. Nice stretchy caps though, very comfortable. And these Icons collection styles fit a little bit smaller than average. How do you access the giveaway to enter? The giveaway just ended, but we will be doing another giveaway in about 45 minutes or so. So stay tuned for that. So again, this is winter in the color Brown Sugar Blonde R. This is a color similar to like Macadamia Latte Rooted, Shaded Cappuccino, Brown Sugar Sweet Cream. Very natural. So all Beltress styles typically are lower density with no permatease. So in case you're new to this whole wig thing, permatease is a short-haired crimping effect at the root of your fiber. And what it does is it creates volume and lift. It creates shape to your style, and it also disguises wefting. Beltress doesn't typically use that. So what happens is that the styles will lay a little bit more lower profile to your head. Okay, let me give you a spin. And there's your lace front. I find Beltress does an excellent lace front. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? We have the bangs, cute bangs. Obviously, if they're too long for you, you can cut them. It's okay. I always suggest point cutting them, just like little bits at a time. Instead of going straight across, when you go straight across, you risk the chance of you cutting on an angle and suddenly you have lopsided bangs. If you point cut them, it allows room for error, and it helps you get like little bits off at a time. You don't have to like commit so much. You can just do like boop, 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 boop. So again, this is Winter, W-I-N-T-O-U-R, by Beltress in Brown Sugar Blonde Rooted. There's so many brown sugar colors. There's brown sugar cookie rooted, there's brown sugar blonde rooted, there's brown sugar sweet cream. I can't keep track. This should be found in the Beltress section on our live link. I think, I hope it's there. Again, this is made with heat-friendly synthetic fiber, low density, lightweight, cutie patootie. All right. My next one I'm going to show you, it's going to be another long one. So if you really like the long styles, like if you liked feature length that I showed by Raquel Welch, you might really like this one too. Again, same cap. The Icons collection all has the same cap with that double layered hand-tied top, lace front extending to your ear tabs, partially hand-tied silicone on your ear tab, extended lace or extended velvet nape with Velcro adjusters. How do you access the wigs shown? You can click on the shopping bag link. Once you click the shopping bag, it will take you to our link associated with our live. That will show you everything we have on sale. So you can get these for 40% off. And again, this is Katniss. Okay, let me just get her all situated. Katniss, and what color did I put this on? This is Milkshake Blonde. So they've taken Milkshake Blonde from the City collection. They've taken a couple colors and they use them in the Icons collection. So if you loved Feature Length that I showed you by Raquel Welch, this is like a toned down version. It's not quite as voluminous, not quite as much. Similar to SeamStealer, yeah. You're gonna find the layers are a little bit shorter on this, I find, than SeamStealer. Yes, small orange. We do have a good chunk of people watching. It's always so funny to me. I'm just like here by myself. I feel like I'm like just talking to a couple people, but there's a lot of you out there. Again, heat-friendly fiber. Just a note about heat-friendly fibers, especially long heat-friendly fibers. They tangle, they frizz, they need maintenance. They need a lot of maintenance, and something long like this, you'll need to maintain it probably every couple of wears or so. I typically maintain my heat-friendly fibers maybe every 2 to 3 wears that I wear them. And I just spray with water, use a hot airbrush, especially on like a long piece like this, go through the ends. It takes me like 2 minutes max. What was the name of the bell tress in brown sugar? The one I just had on in brown sugar was Winter. Okay. Zach's mom. I was lucky to purchase Beachwave Magic. I'm so excited to get it. That's awesome. It is a great one. How is it to braid wigs? You can braid wigs. You just have to be careful not to expose any wefting. So just kind of make sure you're looking in a mirror on both sides to make sure you're not exposing any of the wefting. Yes. Okay. Someone was asking when my lives are, but I come on my lives here every Tuesday, usually every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, noon Mountain, 1 Central, 2 Eastern. However, it isn't on Tuesday if I'm ever somewhere else. Like if I'm live on location somewhere at a brand's warehouse, then it's usually a different day. The difference between SeamStealer and Katniss, yeah. So first of all, the caps are completely different. SeamStealer has an open wefted cap, whereas Katniss has a partially hand-tied cap. SeamStealer has a full monofilament top, whereas Katniss has a hand-tied top. So you're going to see the knots on Katniss a little bit more than SeamStealer. SeamStealer has a temple-to-temple lace front. Katniss has an extended ear-to-ear lace front. Katniss has silicone ear tabs. SeamStealer has velvet ear tabs. And then in terms of the style, SeamStealer has permatease. You're going to have more volume in SeamStealer. Katniss has no permatease. Katniss has a bit shorter layering and more layering. SeamStealer has a bit longer layering in the front. Oh my gosh. I think I've listed everything. They're both made with heat-friendly synthetic fiber. Okay, Beckham. You're welcome. Beckham is in the color Butter Cake Blonde. Again, the same cap, hand-tied top, lace front around your ear tabs, silicone ear tabs, partially hand-tied cap. Nice and stretchy though, but remember these icon styles fit a little bit smaller than average. We have velvet extended nape Velcro adjusters. Did you miss Donna? No, you didn't miss Donna. I will show the RIAH pieces very soon. They're a wig encyclopedia. Sometimes I don't know how my brain retains some of this information because there are so many wigs. I don't know. And then some days, honestly, I like freeze and I'm like, what even is this? Okay. What is this? Like for Beckham. I think it's my short-term memory. That's what it is. My short-term memory is like, what on earth am I doing? But yet I retain information in the long run. Okay. Do I do these videos every Tuesday? Yes. Usually every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific, 12 Mountain, 1 Central, 2 Eastern. Unless I'm live on location, then usually it's a different day, but I tell you guys a week in advance and I will advertise it on my social media channels that I'm doing it on a different day. So again, this is Beckham in the color Butter Cake Blonde. Do I have Birmingham? I don't have her on hand at the moment. You just ordered her. You're gonna love her. I love Birmingham. What color in Icons is closest to Mocha Maple Brown? French Roast. French Roast, which I will show you guys in a second. So again, this is Beckham. Do bobs work with round faces? Yes. I would opt for bobs that have like a little bit of layering though, so it's not just like a like super round bob. Make it a bob with some layering. Okay, here we go. And I would also do a bob maybe like a little bit shorter than chin length or chin length. Otherwise, it's just gonna kind of round out your face more. Okay, gonna take off Beckham. And ooh, next one. I think the next one I'm going to show, I think it's my favorite out of the Icons collection. It is Kelly. And this is in the color Mixed Berry R. Men's wigs, please. We have men's wigs on our website if you are looking for some. Unfortunately, I don't have any to show. I might look a little silly showing some of them, but you can definitely check them out on our website and use the code LIVE35 if you wanted to. Same cap, double layered hand-tied top, extended lace front around your silicone ear tabs, partially hand-tied cap, extended velvet nape, Velcro adjusters. How many giveaways do you have with each live show? 2 usually. So we'll usually do 1 partway through. So we've done 1 already, and we will do 1 closer to the end. So again, this is Kelly in Mixed Berry Rooted. I think this is my favorite color and my favorite wig, all combined into one. Look at this thing. So good. We would love to see you in a man's wig. Me too, actually. Wouldn't that be fun? How many wigs do I own? I get that question a lot. And I feel like I surprise everybody every time I answer that question. I think people assume I have like 200 wigs, just like some insane amount. But I am not a hoarder. Like, I hate having stuff. I don't like having too many things around. And I kind of clean out my wig closet as much as I can. On hand, like right now, I probably have about 20, 25 that I wear. So, I mean, it's a lot. I'm not saying that's not a lot, but I think people tend to think I have like hundreds. And then any ones that I don't like or I don't reach for anymore, I donate those. Okay, so you can find this on our live link for 40% off. This is made with heat-friendly synthetic fiber. Here is your hand-tied top. So I don't know if you can see this, but these are more clusters as opposed to just like individually hand-tied. Apparently you're a hoarder of wigs. That's okay. We have to do what makes us happy, right? You've been wearing wigs since November and you have 26. That's amazing. We have, like I said, we got to do what makes us happy, right? We live one life. One life. Okay, Kelly. I mean, seriously, she's great. What does it mean if a color is rooted? That means that you're gonna have, so see how this color is like this reddish copper color, and the top here close to my roots is this brunette color. So a rooted wig is gonna have these darker brunette right close to your roots, giving you sort of the appearance that your hair is grown out a little bit. If there's no rooting, no R associated with the color, you're gonna have this color here growing all the way from the root, if that makes sense. Okay. I'm gonna show Hepburn next. And I know some people were wanting to see French roast. So we'll take a look. And I can show you the color in comparison to shaded hazelnut. So this is French roast brown rooted. This is Raquel Welch's shaded hazelnut. Similar idea. I feel like shaded hazelnut has more highlighting. French roast doesn't quite have as much highlighting. There's a little bit more brunette showing. Here you go. So again, Hepburn, same calf that I've been going over, but I know there's people just joining every 5 seconds. So we have a double layered hand-tied top, a lace front extending into your past your ear tabs, silicone ear tabs, partially hand-tied cap with closed wefting, extended velvet nape, and Velcro adjusters. So remember that these icon styles fit a little bit smaller than average. Okay, here's Hepburn. Cutest little style with bangs. I love how these bangs aren't super thin, but they're also not super thick. They're just like a really good density for the bang. This color is called French Roast Brown Rooted. Are the icons higher density? No, not necessarily. This one in particular, I mean, maybe it's like a little bit higher density, but it's not too bad. This is Hepburn. Hepburn by Beltress. It's their Icons collection. This one's cute, tied back, and a little updo. If you want styles that have more volume, sorry, I was gonna hiccup, more volume, often Raquel Welch has a little bit more volume, a bit more density. They're a good brand to look at. Just feels there's more hair in Hepburn and Bradshaw. Yeah, I would say there's just a little bit. There's still like a low-ish density style. But I mean, just like with any styles, there's still gonna, from style to style, the density is gonna vary a little bit, but still overall, it is a low-ish density. Okay, gonna take Hepburn off. I have one more style from the Icons collection, and then we're gonna go into the RIAH line to show you guys as our grand finale. Okay, do you prefer a cap or velvet wig grip? I struggle with my wigs trying to scoot up. I personally, I prefer nothing, but I understand that people have issues with wigs coming up. I would prefer a wig grip over a full cap, and I prefer these silicone wig grips if silicone is okay for you guys. I find they stay a little bit better than a velvet wig grip. So if you have issues with your wig like coming up in the back and kind of slowly coming up, then you're likely going to have issues with a velvet wig grip also coming up too. Whereas the silicone wig grips, they grip, like I can't move it. Like it's pretty gripped to my head. You find velvet better in the summer when you get sweaty. Yeah, that is a good point. So with silicone though, yeah, you might get a little sweaty underneath the silicone. Okay, what did I grab? This is Austin. Austin is the sweetest short curly thing. I love it. Double layered hand-tied top, lace front around your silicone ear tabs, partially hand-tied cap, extended velvet nape with Velcro adjusters. This is in the color Cool Chai Blonde. This will be your coolest blonde in the Icons collection. You have 3 Austins. Oh my goodness gracious, you lucky duck. Oh, thanks, Quick Burrito. Your comment brightened up my day. So again, Austin, by Beltress. What am I doing? By Beltress and Cool Chai Blonde. It is similar to Crushed Almond. I saw a brief glimpse of someone saying, I missed the whole comment, but it is similar to Crushed Almond. Thank you, Kelly. Here's your lace front. Here's full hand-tied top. You don't need a discount code for this. You should be able to find it in the link for our live, and 40% off should be applied to your cart when you check out for this style. So again, this is Austin. Your arms must hurt by the end of these lives. Yeah. Up and down, playing with things. Never really thought about that. You'd think I'd have like these super muscly arms by now, but I don't. I do not. Okay. Austin, Cool Chai Blonde Rooted, cutie patootie. I'm gonna take her off and we are gonna dive into the RIAH. So if you are just jumping on, or if you are new to me, new to Chiquel, or if you just like haven't really been around lately, we at Chiquel have launched our very own line of wigs called RIAH. So RIAH, we have 4 wigs in our launch. I've been showing them I guess I showed them last week, showing them again this week. I'll keep showing them. Sorry to anyone who's had enough of them, but we're just going to keep showing them because they are lovely. We love them and we want to show you guys all about RIAH. So all of the RIAH items are available for pre-order. We don't have them. They're still being manufactured. So they're available for pre-order right now. You can get them for 40% off. I do have Moonlit Ash. So with the color, what I'm going to do is I'll show you the wigs first, and then I'll show you the colors, kind of like what I did last week if you were here. I'll show you the colors, but the colors I have, I'm not going to put on my head just because they're sample items that we aren't necessarily manufacturing. And we don't want to like give things away. I'm just going to show you the color and sort of compare them for you guys, but you can at least see the colors. Okay. So this is Molly. Molly, I think, is my personal favorite just because it just kind of reminds me of me. Molly is going to have a full monofilament top, extended lace front. We have the velvet ear tab with removable silicone. And then we have a 100% hand-tied cap. This is a super soft, comfy. We got nice and stretchy panels here, stretching in all the ways. The middle panel isn't quite as stretchy, but our side panels are nice and big with lots of stretch to them. And then we have, again, the velvet nape with the removable silicone and Velcro adjusters. So again, this is Molly. This is shown in the color chocolate cocoa. So this is actually our darkest color that we have. And RIAH is going to be made with all heat-friendly synthetic fiber. Okay, so this is low density. There's no permatease. And I do not consider this dream hair. I consider this like your natural hair. So I was showing you guys earlier Feature Length by Raquel Welch, which is like a beautiful dream hair piece. This one is like, if you are looking to regain what you used to look like and just have what feels like you have your natural hair back, this is what Molly is to me. She's not going to be too much. She's something that is going to be easy to wear every day because she is comfortable and because she's not going to be too overdone. You know, you can go to the grocery store in your sweatpants and tie her back or keep her down, or you can dress her up a little bit if you want to. She's just not going to be too much, which I know that some people really love. So she's going to lay low profile to your head because there is that no permatease there. Someone just said, I've never heard of RIAH Wigs. That's because it's our brand new line at Chiquel that we have just launched. So we are just starting our new endeavor here. Really excited to show you guys what we have, and we are launching 4 styles to begin with. So we're really excited to be able to show them to you. So again, this one is Molly, and I really love our lace front on this one. No matter what cap you have with a lace front, if you have a darker color, you're gonna see the knots a little bit more visibly on a darker color. However, this lace front, I know like you may be like, you're biased. This is your brand. But I mean, I still find that the knots here for a dark color, pretty good. They're tiny. They are not going to be as visible as you may think they are for a dark knot. And of course, the lighter you go, the less appearance of the knot you'll see. You can part this anywhere you want, of course. It is a full monofilament top. This one will be easy to maintain with heat. This is, like I said, made with heat-friendly synthetic fiber. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's not going to tangle and it's not going to frizz, because it is. Every heat-friendly synthetic fiber is going to do that, including ours. I wish we had created the technology to not make something that tangles and frizzes, but something like this is easy to maintain with a hot air brush. Okay. Color closest to Shaded Biscuit would probably be our Coconut Glow, which again, I'll show you guys the colors that we have here. And again, I will apologize. I don't have the spiced copper rooted color with me at this moment. We just haven't been able to get that from our manufacturers at the moment, but I will try and get it soon so I can actually show you guys what it looks like. But the shaded copper, the spiced copper is our like coppery red color that we have. Okay, on to Jody. Jody, I think, is the most popular one out of every style that we have. Jody is, I'd say, the most universal style, universal length, and suits the most people, which is, I think, why people are really loving Jody. Like, I did a TikTok with Jody. Well, I did a reel and a Facebook and a TikTok. On TikTok, the TikTok with Jody is almost at 1 million views. It's gone viral. So I was like, holy crow. And people just seem to be loving it. The thing with Jody, she doesn't have that hand-tied cap like Molly, but she does have a full monofilament top, extended lace front with velvet ear tabs, and then she has open wefted cap. And then same velvet extended nape with the removable silicone. So Jody is also low density. Jody is also made with heat-friendly fiber, and Jody also has no permatease. Okay. Oh my gosh, I put her way far back. Jody is also a pre-order. All these items are pre-orders. They're still being manufactured. Jody comes in gray. Check out the color Moonlit Ash. I will show you that color soon here. This is just perfection. So if you're looking for a low density bob with bangs, I love how feathered her ends are. The bangs aren't too dense. They're nice and feathery, but not too low density. This is in the color, this color Bronze Marble R. Jane Seymour. I get Jane Seymour a lot when I wear styles like this, to be honest. This fits true to average. So does Molly, by the way. Molly also fits true to average. That being said, we've put the silicone at the nape. Like I was talking about earlier, whenever I have a style that's too big for me, I love the silicone at the nape because I can pull the wig down as far as I can, put down the nape, and the silicone helps grab to my skin so it doesn't like rise up. You like that it isn't flippy, but a little bit under. Yeah, it's just kind of this perfect little bob. Nice and feathery, lightweight. Okay. How do you change your pre-order? You're always welcome to email us, support@chiquel.com, and they can help you out. This one's adorable in a half a puff down. This is bronze marble, has a base of a 6. So it's medium to going to the dark brownish. Really cute and half a puff down. Okay. On to the next. Everly. Everly's our token wavy piece of our launch. Here she is. Everly is like, has all the bells and whistles on her. We're gonna have a full monofilament top, lace front extending around your silicone ear tabs. Got a hair on my eye. Partially hand-tied cap, nice and stretchy on the sides. And then we have, again, our extended velvet nape with silicone. That, like I mentioned, the silicone is removable if you're not a fan of the silicone. But like I've mentioned many times, it's super helpful for someone like me who is a petite, who wants it to fit a little bit better, or someone who has a flatter back and needs a little bit more security so it doesn't come up a bit. Must be so tiring doing these lives. You know what? A lot of people say that, but I used to be a teacher. I used to teach grade 1. I was on my feet talking to 5 and 6-year-olds all day long for 8 hours straight. So these lives, they're, 2 hours, and it's walk in the park compared to talking to 6-year-olds all day. Okay, this is Everly. This is the same color, Bronze Marble R. First grade teacher, that explains so much. It takes it, yeah. I know, whenever people are like, oh, yes, that makes sense. You seem like you would have taught first grade. Yes, I did. Got a lot of patience. My kids, I have 2 kids. My kids are also at that same age. My daughter's in kindergarten. She's 6, and my son is in grade 2. He's 7. So I'm just around that age group constantly. So again, Everly, low density, no permatease, adorable. What I love about Everly is that sometimes I find that styles like this over the day, they start poofing up on you, even though, they start out by laying flat, but then they just like over the day, they just like, and they grow. This one doesn't grow on you. It will stay low density. So it's, again, one of those things that you can wear on your average day and not feel like you are too much, but you could also dress her up if you wanted to. You can pull her off of your face and be comfortable with the hairline. You can style it. Here, let me put her back in a little clip or something. This one is called Everly Bronze Marble R. Very cute. Very cutesy. You keep missing all the giveaways. Don't worry, Live Sprouts. We got one more giveaway to do. So we'll do it at the end of our live. So again, this one's Everly by RIAH. RIAH is our own brand at Chiquel that we are just launching. So you can pre-order the 4 wigs that we have launched. And they are, I'm biased, but they're all awesome. They're awesome. Okay. Gonna take off Everly. Does it tend to puff up like Simmer does? No, and that's what I was kind of saying. This one I find lays flat and it stays flat. Simmer I find over the day, I'm like, oh gosh, it feels kind of wiggy, as cute as Simmer is, but this one stays pretty low profile throughout the day, which I appreciate about it. How did we come up with the word RIAH or the name RIAH? Because we liked it, because some people have caught on and realized that RIAH is hair spelled backwards. So we just thought it was a really clever, fun name. Everly is by RIAH, by our line at Chiquel. Okay, this is our last one. This is Donna. Donna is our pixie cut. So Donna is going to be our most basic cap that we have. We have a left monofilament part and a lace front, just temple to temple. Open wefted cap, velvet ear tabs. We have a velvet nape with silicone removable. Now, this is our initial sample piece of Donna, I will say. This one has pull adjusters. However, we are manufacturing Donna with Velcro adjusters, just so you guys know. Okay, so this is Donna. Unfortunately, am I ever in the Oakville store? Sometimes I am at the Oakville store. I will actually be there in a couple weeks, but I'm not there often. Or sorry, no, what am I saying? Not Oakville, Edmonton. I am not at the Oakville store. Oakville's too far for me, but sometimes I am at the Edmonton store. Goodness gracious. Okay, so we gotta flatten her down a little bit. She was a little spiky at first. So this is Donna, our classic pixie cut. Nice and layered. We have that lace front on her. We got some bangs. And is this her? So I love that in our launch, we kind of have something for everyone. You know, we have this short pixie, we have the long one, Molly, we have our wavy one, Everly, and we have our one with bangs, sort of like our mid-length bob with bangs. So we have all sorts of styles to sort of get us started here. And this is in the color Coconut Glow. So this is a color that is similar to like a shaded biscuit, sort of kind of the closest one, I would say. Okay, what I'm gonna do first is tie the bow back on my pants that have come undone. Okay, I'm gonna take off Donna. I'm gonna show the colors, and just a reminder, you can always come back and watch the replay of this. So I'm gonna go through the colors, and if you feel like you didn't see the color for long enough or it was too fast for you, come back. You can always rewatch it. The best place to rewatch is probably YouTube, because it will be there for a while. Okay, let's see. We will start with our darkest one, which is called Chocolate Cocoa, which I'm also wearing right now. So Chocolate Cocoa is going to be a dark brown and a medium brown. So we have sort of a blend of 4 and 8. And remember, the colors I'm showing you on these styles, I'm not going to put on just because they are, they're samples. We haven't been manufacturing them. I don't want to like either make you excited about a style or like show you something we might be doing. So I'm just going to sort of show you the color. So this is Chocolate Cocoa. It's our darkest color. It's the color I have on in Molly right now. So it's sort of a nice mix of a 4 and an 8. And yeah, okay, on to the next. Again, you can watch the replay of this. We have now Espresso Swirl. Here's Espresso Swirl. I have this on a shorter piece, but Espresso Swirl, we do have a dark brown. There's a little bit of honey brown here. And then obviously more of sort of a reddish coppery highlight coming throughout. So this is Espresso Swirl R. We are going to have a bit of a darker root, but it's very hard to see because it's already a dark color. So Espresso Swirl R. So again, another dark piece, but we do have the warmth in it. All right. Now, which one did I grab? This one I grabbed Mocha Mirage. So Mocha Mirage, also a dark brown base. I have this dark brown base here. You're also going to find it's a mix of highlighting. There's sort of an auburn going throughout it, as well as more of a honey blonde. And you will find in the front, the blonde is brought forward. So you have that blonde happening in the front here. And then the auburn tones and the honey blonde throughout. So again, this is Mocha Mirage. So again, if you're just jumping on, I'm showing all of the colors in our RIAH brand that we have. And these will be available in our Molly, in our Donna, in our Everly, and which one? Jody. Oh my gosh, which one am I missing? Okay, now we have Chestnut Marble. Okay. Chestnut Marble is more of a medium brown. So obviously this one's a bit lighter than the ones I've been showing you. Chestnut Marble is closer to a medium brown. There's some light honey brown in here to lighten it up. And then a little bit more of this auburn throughout it too. So again, this is Chestnut Marble. Lovely colors. There's no rooting on Chestnut Marble. And let's see what else. Velvet Mocha. Sorry, Velvet Mocha Rooted, I should say. So anytime you see an R, that means there's a root. So Velvet Mocha, we're gonna have the roots, of course. It's like a medium to light brown root. It's not as dark or stark as some other roots. It's more of a medium to light brown. Then we have, I would say it's closer to like strawberry blonde highlights coming throughout this. And then like a light brown and some golden blonde in here as well. So again, this is Velvet Mocha Rooted. So we have sort of a lighter root with a lightish brown base, strawberry highlights. It definitely is warm, definitely leans warm. So Velvet Mocha Rooted. All right, now we've grabbed Frosted Fudge Rooted. This one has a dark brown base with lots of like golden to cool blonde highlights. I feel like if you are wanting something that's closest to macadamia latte or shaded cappuccino, this might be it. It's going to be darker and not as golden with the brunette underneath it, but this would probably be the closest. So again, this one is Frosted Fudge Rooted. We're going to have dark brown. We have dark blonde. We have some creamy blonde throughout this. And then this one, like I said, is probably your closest to a shaded cappuccino, but darker. You're not going to get exactly the same. So here she is, Frosted Fudge Rooted. And then we do have the roots here. Not very dark. They are dark, but they blend in nicely with the rest of the color. Let's see. I know someone wanted to see next to Shaded Cappuccino. So here's Frosted Fudge, here's Shaded Cappuccino. So there's going to be more, the brown in Shaded Cappuccino is lighter and more golden. In Frosted Fudge, The brunette is going to be a bit darker, so that's going to come through more. So just wanted you to see, but it's probably going to be the closest. Okay, on to more blondes. We have Honey Chai Blonde. Honey Chai Blonde, we do have a, see, like a medium to light brown root. And then we have a honey brown base. It's definitely like a light honey brown, warm. We have platinum blonde highlighting going on. It's a really beautiful, warm, medium blonde. Lovely. Let me see. This would probably, hold on. Do I have, I don't have caramel blonde on me, but this one's probably closest to caramel blonde rooted by Beltress. Probably. It's quite lovely. So it's just like that warm medium blonde. It's not quite like Shaded Wheat. I would say there's more warmth to this than Shaded Wheat by Raquel Welch. Let's go for Golden Caramel Rooted. I'll show you guys this in comparison with the one I just showed you as well. So this is Golden Caramel Rooted. Golden Caramel Rooted is going to have, see, more of a medium brown root. We're going to have sort of light platinum blonde going throughout this. There's some honey blonde in here, sort of like a 50-50 blend of the platinum and the honey. So I would say this one is neutral leaning warm, closer to warmth for sure. And then let me show you in comparison to Honey Chai. So here's Honey Chai, and this is Golden Caramel. So Honey Chai leans more like reddish blonde. Golden Caramel leans more goldish blonde, if that kind of makes a difference. Okay. Again, if you need to see this again, you can watch the replay on YouTube is probably the best place to watch it. And you can kind of review all the colors again. And I will say again, I know I said this earlier, unfortunately, I don't have the Spiced Copper Rooted with me today. And that's sort of like our token red-ish piece, sort of like our coppery color. And I also don't have our Pearl Blossom Rooted, unfortunately, which is going to be like our white blonde, rooted white blonde. But I do have Coconut Glow Rooted. Coconut Glow is sort of a platinum and beige